beating you, you know, beating you, and they think that they are going like Sahaba and they're going to Jannah. They think they're gonna make it. You think they think Allah's a fucking fool? They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out. A big surprise. Yeah, my man. Yeah. And some Muslims who profess to be Muslims, I may be one of them, is going straight to the Nar. His Majesty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does not want to talk to him. They will hear him speaking, but he will not want to address them. But they will hear it. That I don't want to address such and such. Take them, get them away from me, man. And then on top of that, some of them may not they may not come out. Or they eventually come out, but after how long, man? That place ain't no joke, man. It's worse than a hell world of starship troopers, insectoids, alien, yeah, hell type of stuff. Constantine, Lucifer's or type of thing. All it's worse. It's far worse than anything you could ever imagine, man. The fictional Doctor Strange cinema was worse. Jahannam is much worse, man. And I keep in because you want to play around. You want to play with Allah, man. They want to treat Allah like a fuck ass, man. Play with him, man. Go right ahead, man. And think that because they got protection of governments, and I have the secret police service. They're backing me, and I'll teach you a lesson. And all that. I'm the Lord Muslim. I'm the Lord this. That. You find out. You find out, and there'll be no repentance. Too late. Too late for you in your physical body. Too late. You're gone. Like you see these cemeteries around here, Reykjavik, all that. All them people were big shots. Now they're in the ground. And nobody cares. People urinate and stuff like that on them. Nobody cares. We'll all be in the same situation. Similar situation. Inna lillahi inna ilaihi raji'un. So this is temporal. I don't like all of this clutter. I even don't like having too much. But what I do want is access for people, for hygiene, to have access to hygiene, to be able to wash themselves, irrespective of their religion, skin complexion, color, whatever, ethnicity, to be able to wash themselves. You don't even have that. Even here in Iceland, you don't have it. You know, it's a place where they could just go shower and leave. They said the showers, but I'm talking about a private room that you can pay, walk in, close the door, shower, put your things, sort yourself out, this, that, even maybe have a washer and a dryer while you're washing. Pay for that time and then walk out and leave. And do that daily or every other day, if you can. If you do just the shower, it's less money. If you do the shower in a laundry machine, it's more money. But you do it short, and maybe you have the very small machines, the micro machines that wash maybe only one outfit. Or two outfits, one outfit. Keep you in one to change it, and that's it. Especially if if you don't have nocturnal, for men, dreams or emissions or leakage or wet dreams, which I don't have. You know what I'm saying? So, Kupsi Wakabai. So, that being said, this is an ode for freedom, for financial and digital liberation. This is what I'm trying to call for. Not for subversion or for dissent or uprising, or sedition against governments. No, just for financial liberation, that people can stand on their own 2 feet, and the 99% we can help each other do it. We don't have to subvert. See this here? People have to crouch down like children because the shower is so short beneath me, like at my waist. You cannot stand up here because it's the only place they put it with that cord. And I'm the only black person in this house. Everybody else is Russian or Baltic Sea ancestry. Yep, the only black guy here and the only Muslim here too, because the guy that stays with me that you saw this morning in the room, he said to me, Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, they know. They know. Yeah, because the guy that's over them is a Russian Muslim. That's over all of these guys. Yeah. The main one that had them all allowed to come here is Russian. To get to work is Russian. I don't see him out. Yeah. So, but the Ahmadiyya guy had connections with him and said, let Brother Adam stay in the room because they got another room downstairs that's empty. Let him stay here until he gets himself sorted out. Ahmadiyya. No other Muslim is willing to do that. And people take their time. And people take their time when you're in an emergency situation. And they take their time. And they take their time. And they take their time. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, each time, moment, second, we don't know how the universal record goes. They're being cursed. Each time, man. They take their delay. This is their family, their brother, their sister, their nephew. coming from the West Bank, or you coming from Jordan, or you coming from whatever, they be on it in a minute. How much money you need right now? I'm going to MoneyGram right now. We talk to the community. We talk to the other brothers right now. We're going to MoneyGram. We're going to send you $50,000 or 12,000 or 18,000 right now. We're going to send the money. You could wait tomorrow and after tomorrow and Ba'd Bukhara in Arabic. They said Ba'd Bukhara and Ba'd Bukhara and Ba'd Bukhara. And then you came back and you said, you told me Bukhara. And the old Arab joke goes, didn't I tell you Ghadan? You know, after 3 times, didn't I tell you Ghadan? Didn't I tell you Bukhara tomorrow? But they use the word Bukhara in the joke instead of Ghadan because the Ghadan is too proper. Didn't I tell you Bukhara? I told you tomorrow, inshallah. You know, like that. So it's over. But they added with more salt to the wound with Bukhara and then inshallah behind it, meaning they use that. You know, behind it, man, Allah curse people like that, man. Play that game. So I have to do an istikhara about someone that I want to nikah, and I have nothing to be able to nikah. And I use this as my prayer rug. I have to do istikhara. And it is not necessarily 7 days, but millat, actual Aqidah, is 7 times istikhara, and it's ideal if you sleep. Yeah, it's ideal if you sleep. And I'm the worst of the Muslims because I told you I had a sexual thing. I had a sexual addiction. That addiction was to looking at women, particularly online or pictures or whatever, looking at arousal at the women because I couldn't have women. You know, so when they said you should have fasted, yeah, which is correct. You should fast and fast and fast and fast. But these bastards that are in charge of a lot of our communities, if they don't like you, if they don't like your countenance, if they don't like your face or your appearance or your, whatever, they will have you fasting indefinitely forever and you will be without anybody. You had these raggedy looking men in Yemen, raggedy, what we call raggedy in English, in Yemen and in other countries, marrying young girls, man. Even post-pubescent girls, pre-pubescent young girls, and these are raggedy looking guys, man, raggedy. And someone like myself, I'm talking about Virginia girls, and someone like myself who doesn't sleep around, I don't do zina, I do not smoke cigarettes, I don't drink, I never did that even before Islam. And my sin is I used to like to look at heavy women, what they call mu'akhara, kabir, jandan, tajil, big women, larger women that were unclothed or scantily clothed. I like looking at their physique, their form. Even if they're just standing in the picture, I like looking at the women, man. And this is haram. This is haram. This is haram. But it's not as haram as backbiting your brothers in the kingdom or other places and planning to overthrow them. It's not as haram as that, but it's haram. It's haram. Yeah, it's haram. Or backbiting your brothers and then hating them, and they are of similar Ibn Qatan ancestry, and then you want to blockade them and starve them to death. That's haram too. Looking at women, see what I'm saying is, please, I'm sick. What they would say, but really you're not sick if you're like looking at women and pornography. It's a sickness, but you're really not sick. You need to be married. I want to touch a woman. I want to be intimate. I want to be happy and joke and play and tickle. I want to be with a woman. Why can't be with a woman? And there's billions of them, millions of them, and they want to play this ethnic stuff and these edification of these borders, these digital and socio-psychological borders, in addition to national walls and borders against West Bank and Gaza stuff, these other walls between Muslims. They want to do that for easier control and manipulation. It's not only control, it is shaitanic manipulation that they want to do that. They don't want you to nikah. And when you have the niyat for a lasting nikah, and this is your personality, and you're a man, and you do not play games, but you do not also, like I'm hitting this table, you will never hit the woman. You are not allowed to hit. You're not allowed, especially here, you're not allowed to hit on her arm and bruise. You're not allowed even to bruise the woman up. MashaAllah alayhim, our sisters. You're not allowed even to bruise them out. And I come from that raw background, that New York background. The only thing is I have like that, and I need to fix my dentistry. But I don't have stability. I can't be stable without a woman. A woman of my choice, not people choosing for me, of my own choice. And I've had that, and that was interfered with. Where they would say, well, all of it is encompassed within qadr, within taqdir. But the interference that was allowed to permeate was because of my sin of looking at the women online, of the pornography, and which I repent of, which I haven't been involved in years, man. So Singapore beat that out of me out. Yeah. But using the Internal Security Terrorism Act against me for that. But white men, Caucasian, which God forgive me for saying white, we don't say that in Islam. It's very rude. Your ethnic men have done far worse with the Fat Leonard scandal and others. Far worse. They weren't reprimanded, treated like no, because I was number one, because you were black, Afro ethnic, and because you're Muslim. One Muslim secular Malay told me that this is happening because you're black. That's why you're not even worth my shoestrings. Yeah, man, I'm Malay, man. Stuck for the Lord. I want to say Latina, but he gave me a black coat. I want to put a Latina on him, man. Yeah, I really, really do. I want him to get sick, really, really sick, man. Not anybody else in his family. Him, as well as this, and I'm not forgetting Sergeant Vincent, which his real name is Sergeant Lu Ling or Ling or something. I remember his real name, but I don't. But I want to curse, but I hold myself off because they may have had a good niyat, and see me as undisciplined and I needed to be punished. But why don't you go after the white guy? There's been Caucasian guys, excuse me for calling people white, who were fighting Singapore police, fighting them, fist fighting with Singapore police. Yeah, they didn't treat them like that. They released them and let them stay in Singapore. Yeah, they kicked me out, man. You understand? You understand me? You understand? For me personally, I've seen the Prime Minister here walk right past him when he was having food with somebody. I didn't interrupt. I stay out of that space. I don't bother. The mayor here, all that, I don't bother. Met him, talked with him, told him I was kicked out of Singapore. That chain, shackle, yeah, don't know why. His face completely changed. Dago's face. When I mentioned that, his face got a different cold hue, kind of like a backing off, but he was smart enough politically not to, like a Gavin Newsom. Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, real shrewd and slick people with the smiles and stuff, real slick, man. But you can't get past a New Yorker, which is like people like me voted for President Trump. You can't get past a New Yorker. They see right through that. That's when he gives that look, like that. He's peering right. Yeah, that old New York culture. You can't pull one on us, man. No, man, you can't pull one on us, man. People slick, man. They sometimes they could be disingenuous, man. I'm not disingenuous. I'm very straightforward what I intend to do. Yeah, and I tell you that, and being honest, it doesn't help a darkie at all, man. Being honest with these people, it doesn't help you at all. And what they like using, if you don't rub them the right way, and they think you're a con man or you're like snake oil salesman, and you talk too much, there's always also this application of talking too much, particularly on blacks. And they don't want to see you talking too much. And you know why? Because talking too much is a part of leadership. Like people like King, Malcolm X, all these people that talk, Kwame Nkrumah, they kill them. Paul Robeson, all that people who can talk. Because you shape the narrative of minds when you're able to talk and be heard. They don't want you talking. You just do your labor in the background. You fix the tables. You work in the kitchen. Nobody hears you or see you. We will do the talking at TED in Silicon Valley and raise rounds of money and mezzanine funding and pre-seed funding. We would do it. You just work in the back kitchen and talk. And there's going to be no more of that out. You take the money from these fucking bastards, as Max Kaiser has been telling us, but in a way Max Kaiser couldn't even imagine. Take the RT report, Russia Today. Take the money from these bastards and keep it pooled among the 99% of us. Fuck the 1%. The hell with them, man. The hell with them, man. We don't need them bastards, man. And there's a way to do it, and I know full well how to do it, but I have no support. And the closest support starts at home with nikah, with being married. That's the closest support. I've been betrayed from all, even from Muslims in London, man. Stuff full of this backstab me, man. That's why I don't want to go to the UK. I don't want to put my foot in that fucking place, man. No, I don't. I really don't, man. No, man. I'm as much Muslim. They call it Muslimistan, or Londonistan, or England, Britannistan, and all that. I don't want to put my foot in there, man. I don't, man. That treachery, man. People can't be straight. And then some pasty complexion person comes. We are from the such and such office. This person is bad. And here are some pictures of this person that are immoral, you see. This person's immoral. Is this a proper Muslim? Why would you help a person like that? That's all they got to do. And they have that stuff on me, man. Yes. Pictures that are sordid. Even Professor Noam Chomsky said that what you have, Adam, is a sordid tale indeed. I'm sorry to hear that. Like that, as patronizing as that statement might have been, a so-called empathy, but he didn't go any further to help me, and he has great ability to help me. He didn't even help me, Professor Noam Chomsky. No, but he gave me some words. What they'll do, the left, a lot of them will give you words, but there'll be no action. The Republicanness also is a lot of poof in air and strong momentum towards action, of cutting, of reducing, expenditures on the lower proletariat, of the class, but they won't. But afterward, they'll go empty on a lot of which the people of West Virginia and the Appalachians and the Deep South and others of Celtic ancestry, they starting to see out. Yeah, but they won't fulfill, and they got their own personal corruptions, especially with women and sexual kind of stuff, because they being the alpha male and guys that are able to churn money, that libido also goes up because you could have anybody you want because you could buy it. You see, the Muslim, we're not allowed to buy it. We don't buy it out. We marry. And it's not it. We marry her. We don't buy. Okay, and then people will counter me and say, yeah, but look at what you do in the Saudi and in the Gulf states. They buy slaves. They buy women. These Arabs buy here, Emirates. They buy people. No, we talking about you Muslims. Let me clarify. We Muslims are not supposed to buy women with access to her vagina. We're supposed to marry and honor them, not buy. You see what I'm saying? And I got tricked with second marriage with my son's mother, the Canadian. I was tricked by some sort of, I don't know, Sufism influence or a corrupt type of Islam influence type of thing. They tricked me, man, into that because I was randy, or what you call horny. I have high libido, man. And I wanted to be married, man, to somebody that I could love physically. All of you do it. None of you, Barack Obama, Clinton, all of them, Chelsea Clinton, nobody would have all children, man, or issue. Man, royal family, Prince William, Harry doing it with Markle. He's doing it now, man. Yeah. Right now as I speak, but, in present time, in this era, while we're alive, doing it. Prince William is doing it, balding. I'm balding too. July born Prince William, helicopter pilot. I want aspired for helicopters. Can't do it. Not allowed, huh? Especially when they put their modicum of terror over you. Terror. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. They allow you to do it. They make you feel uncomfortable. I get comfortable feelings and fear just being around private aviation. I feel fear. The only place I haven't felt that is in Southern California, being around airports and being around general aviation. That's the only place I haven't felt that fear. Yeah, I feel a sense of fear, man. These people put fear, and that's psychological damage, man. Yeah, I pay money for that, man. Homeland Security, Jay Johnson and all that. All these guys got to pay money, man, for doing that, man. I'm not some sick lunatic. Fuck damn ISIS and Al Qaeda or whatever Hezbollah, Tahrir and Hezbollah this and Hezbollah that. You're not involved, and you don't want to be involved in that. And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about the Afro-ethnic male. But when it comes to these Arab and Middle Eastern and Southeast Asians who come and then they find out the pilot of a Malaysian airline was practicing diving maneuvers, they let them come and carte blanche train and everything in America. But because I want to wear a beard, because I want to have a facial hair, even the drug sniffing, snorting CNN host, Richard Questergan, from Dubai and Middle East, all that. Yeah, proven hardcore cocaine addict. Right? Did a Middle East thing, and I wanted to show so bad about aviation in the Middle East and captains and pilots, and he was showing aviators of major airline stuff, even international pilots with big beards, or what they call lahia in Arabic, what they call dadi. I don't know if Pakistan Airways have them. I don't think so. Very heavily influenced with that clean shaven stuff. Sufism influenced Pakistan, but a good country nevertheless. Heard what I said? A good country nevertheless. But other than that, they had people, brothers with big sunnah and beard, who are hopefully observant. Maybe they work for the kingdom, in the kingdom in Kuwait and others that would have a beard, allowed to have that, and actually airline captains and aviators, and they showed them training simulators. International guys, no mark against them, but one black guy, poor, who aspires to be better than just to be labeled or in the definition of envelope of nigger. You fight him with everything you got, and you use the military against me and declare war, secret riddle war against me. War. Yeah. How nasty are these people, man. They're going to pay money while I'm alive, not posthumously. They're going to pay me my money. Now I go my way, they go their way. Inshallah. Bi-iznillah ta'ala. That's it. I don't bother nobody.